Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Daily English Classroom. Well friends, today we'll be discussing exam. Exams have always been a nightmare for students and parents as well. But I would like to call a spade a spade. Whatever other name you call exam by to alleviate the gravity of the word exam, the reality still remains the same. Scared, and you? Well, dear friends, once you are confident and prepared, you can face an exam. You can step into an exam hall as cool as a cucumber, and then the exam will surely be a piece of cake for you. And once the results are published, you'll find yourself coming out in flying colors. Enough is enough. Now let's come to the point. One of my friends recently sent me a question paper in class 8, an English question paper, and he asked me to explain how one should be writing the exam, the points to remember while writing an English exam. Now let us analyze the first question. The first question invariably is a paragraph taken from the course book, your course book. It can be a paragraph from a story, from a memoir, then from some other anecdote, anything of that. And based on that paragraph, there will be some 4 to 5 questions. Here, my friends, let me read the first question, that is the given paragraph for you. It is taken from The Mysterious Picture, that is the first story. Here it goes. Tile, in the course of his wanderings from court to court, rode to the palace of the Archduke of Battenberg on his donkey. His clothes and appearance attracted everyone's attention. His cap was set smartly on his head, and the 3 bright feathers on it danced in the breeze as he rode. At the main entrance to the palace, the captain of the guards called out to him, "Hey there, you fellow on the donkey! We won't allow any loafers here. You and your donkey already look like skeletons." Before you start answering the questions, let me give some tips for you. First, be cool. Read the paragraph 3 times. And then go for the questions. Read the questions carefully. The one thing to remember is that you are not asked to rewrite the whole given paragraph. Make your answers as short as possible, because each question carries 1 mark. That means you need not write too much. Some students have a tendency to write too much. For example, they write 1 or 2 sentences, even 3 sentences. Some write half the paragraph. There is no need for that. You be precise and answer to the context. Your answers should be short. It can be a word, a phrase, or a sentence at the most, a sensible sentence. Some questions might need the answer in a full sentence. You can do that. So these are the tips that you have to bear in mind before starting to write the given question. You will find questions starting with question words. That is to say, WH questions. Questions starting with words beginning with letters WH. What refers to some thing, where referring to a place, why to reason, when refers to time, how the manner in which something is done, etc. So you have to know the meaning of these question words. Then there will be one question, that will be the fifth question or the last one in that, asking you to find out a word, one word from the passage that means something. That means you will be asked to substitute a phrase, a given phrase, a group of words with a particular word. Well, friends, before you start attempting the questions, let me give you one or two tips regarding the answering of the questions. First thing is, don't write too much, because each question carries 1 mark. That means your answer can be a word, a phrase, or at the most a sentence. That is enough. Some do write more. I don't find the necessity to do that. Some write half the paragraph for fear that they would be missing out on something. Don't panic. Your answers should be short, precise, and to the context. This is the basic thing you have to bear in mind when writing answers to the given short questions. So let's start, shall we? Come on, join me. The first question, like this: where did child reach? That is the first question. Where did child reach? So we have to first seek the answer for the question word where. Okay, that refers to a place. So the answer is, where did he go? Yes, the palace of the Archduke of Battenberg. That is the answer to the first question. So you may write the palace of the Archduke of Battenberg. Or if you want to make it in a sentence, write child reached at the palace of the Archduke of Battenberg. Okay, second question. What was special about child's cap? That's very clearly given in the paragraph. So sometimes you will have answers taken directly from the given paragraph. Here this question is like that: what was special about child's cap? So find the answer to the question word what. What was special? What was special? So the answer is, his cap was set smartly on his head, and the 3 bright feathers, that was the specialty of his cap. There were 3 bright feathers dancing in the breeze as he rode on his donkey. Third one, who stopped child at the main entrance? That's the first paragraph. That's there in the first paragraph. Who stopped? So we should get the answer to the question. Who refers to a person. Who stopped? Yes, the captain of the guards. You need to write only that. The captain of the guards. That's the answer. And if you want to make it more clear, write the captain of the guards stopped Tile from entering into the palace. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier, pick out one word. That means one who spent time without doing anything. One who spends time without doing anything. So such a question will be mandatory. That is a sure question. Find out the one word. I told you it will be something a tough word from the paragraph. Here the word is loafer. Loafer. Okay. Well, friends, the second question ought to be the poem. One or two stanzas from a poem, and of course you will be asked to give answers to the short questions given after that. One mark question. Here the lines taken from Taj Mahal by Tagore. Let me read it for you first. You knew Emperor of India Shah Jahan, that life, youth, wealth, renown all float away down the stream of time. Your only dream was to preserve forever your heart's pain. The harsh thunder of imperial power would fade into sleep, like a sunset's crimson splendor. But it was your hope that at least a single eternally heaved sigh would say to grieve the sky. Now the first question, which emperor is mentioned in the poem? Very simple. The emperor mentioned which emperor? Shah Jahan. So you need to write answer to the question word which. What would fade into sleep? What? The thing that would fade into sleep like a sunset's crimson splendor. What is that thing? The harsh thunder of imperial power. That is the answer to that. Now, what was Shah Jahan's heart's pain? Was he a heart patient? What was the problem? What happened to him? What was the pain of his heart? Or what haunted him? As we all know that it was the premature death of his beloved queen, Mumtaz Mahal. That was the heart's pain of Shah Jahan. So you may write the answer as the premature death of his dear queen or wife, Mumtaz Mahal, or the death of his dear wife. That can be the answer. Then pick out an instance of simile from the poem. You can expect a figure of speech. Here it is simile. Pick out, select simile from the poem. Now what is a simile? A simile is a comparison between two entirely, completely different things, but they have something in common to share. Okay, here two things are compared using the words like or as. That is fundamental about the simile. Now in the poem, two things are compared. What is that? The harsh thunder of imperial power is compared to a sunset's crimson splendor. Now here some students make a mistake. What is that? A simile becomes a simile only when two things are compared. The things compared must be mentioned in the answer. Some do not do that. They give only one thing in the sense that they write the phrase after the word like or as. So they leave out the other one to be compared with. So this is something that you have to give attention to. Here the students are asked to write the character of Tile. Now what are the things that you have to bear in mind while writing the character sketch? Give a heading, and that heading should be the name of the character that you are writing the sketch of. Okay, the things to remember. First one, introduction of the character. You are introducing the concerned character first. Then, if possible, describe his physical features, his mannerisms, his personal traits, then characteristics. A person will have so many characteristics. So, explain that. Then the importance of the character in the story, how the story goes forward. If the story is centered around the character, write that, mention that. And every story will have a plot, and what is the role played by this character in the plot. Then if it is needed, you can refer to the author of the story, because you can end the last part of the character sketch referring to the author. You may say this character is a memorable one ever created by so and so. Mention the name of the writer. That will be the better way to end a character sketch. Question. Write a profile of Rabindranath Tagore. We all have written many a profile. What is a profile? It is a short biography of a person. Now, the points to remember when you write a profile. The profile must have a heading, and invariably the heading of the profile is the name of the person about who you are writing the profile. And you may begin the first sentence with the proper name, that means the name of the person. Then the place where he was born, his year of birth, date, day, etc. can be mentioned. And as you go forward, you may use pronouns. You need not use the name repeatedly over and over again. Instead, you can use the pronouns such as he or she. It all depends according to the gender of the person. Then you may write the fame, his fame or her fame, how one is famous. Usually we write profiles on writers, on celebrities like writers, film actors, politicians, and the important people who changed the world altogether. And then you may mention the awards or rewards they got in their lifetime. If you are writing about an author, you can mention the main words, etc. And if the person is no more, or if he or she is deceased, then you may end the sentence. The person passed away or breathed his or her last, and so on. Anyhow, bear this thing in mind, that when you write a profile, begin the sentence with the proper noun, the name of the person, and when you end it, also do the same. That will make your profile more genuine. Now friends, last but not the least question, editing. Sure one. Let me read what's given here. Edit the underlined words given in the passage. A long time ago, on a small country village in Japan, there lived a poor farmer and his wife, which were very good people. They have a number of children. Now, here are some errors in the given passage. Let's correct it. A long time ago, on a small country village is wrong. Instead of the preposition on, you write in. There, the error is in the preposition used there. It's not on, it's in. In Japan, there lived a poor farmer. Wrong tense, wrong word. The time is past, so you have to use the past tense of lived. There lived a poor farmer and his wife, which were very good people. That is a relative pronoun, which do not usually refer to people. When we refer to people, we use the relative pronoun who. Okay, who were very good people. They have a number of children. Again, wrong tense. They had a past tense. We are not supposed to use present here because we are referring to a past time. They had a number of children. Well, you may have some misgivings, doubts regarding the things to be edited. Okay, I shall tell you. Sometimes you will be given the wrong word in the wrong place. You will have to replace that word with the correct word. Then spelling mistakes will be there. Punctuation, correct punctuations, like putting a comma or an apostrophe, a full stop, an exclamation mark, a question mark, beginning a sentence with a capital letter, etc. Sometimes concord, the agreement of the subject with the verb. Plural subjects usually take plural verbs and singular ones take singular verbs. So don't get confused with that. Then the wrong preposition in the wrong place. Wrong tense. Sometimes the present tense may be used instead of past or past perfect. Then another thing is wrong word order. Example, he told me, that is the correct word order. Sometimes it will be given he, me, told, etc. So that is one thing to give your attention to. Wrong conjunction. Okay, wrong conjunctions may be. So these are the things, basic things to remember while doing editing. I hope you enjoyed my explication of the question paper. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.